Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another FlyJSim live stream. Today is the 21st of December 2022. It's 18 minutes past 5 here in the United Kingdom. We're back in X-Plane 12 with the first ever stream since it's been released. Unbelievable, really. And we are in the FlyJSim Dash-8. Now, apologies for the slight delay to your service this evening. I don't know why, but live weather, and thanks for others for trying out as well, in X-Plane 12 right now is completely broken. I've been testing the sim this morning. I did a complete test sector in live weather, no problems at all. Went to start the simulator 20 minutes ago prior to the start of the stream. It just could not get it to work. I tried turning it off and on again, started my PC, but a few others are having the same issues as well. Mic is way too loud. Hold on, I know exactly what I've done here. Oh dear, I've not streamed for 2 weeks, guys, so all my settings have changed. Hold on here. Oh, pro streamer. 2 secs. Right, let me just turn my mic volume down. Oh, right. I think there's been all sorts of weird setting changes. How's that? Is that a little bit better? I've turned down my mic volume slightly there. Oh dear, are you a real streamer? Unbelievable. It's been 2 weeks since I've streamed. I don't know what happens. When I leave it significant periods of time between streaming, oh, what have I done now? It's too quiet. It's my new microphone. Right, let me put it there. How's that? Is that okay? Go to the middle. Too low, too loud. Quite a bit of pin drop. Look, I don't do anything. Every time I turn on Streamlabs, it's like it's just completely broken, and I don't change any settings. My mic settings changed, more, still too low, little low. I've got some people saying perfect, still quiet. That's it. Okay, how's that? I've just got to remember where to put the mouth of the thing here. Streaming used to be so easy. You used to start a stream, go. Every time I stream at the moment, I have so many problems. It's really, really annoying. Right, that's fine. Now it's perfect. Better, still a bit quiet. Too low, pull up, still too quiet. Getting there, perfect. All right. I'll leave it as this. I'm getting a lot of perfects now, so hopefully we won't have any issues. Anyway, yes, this was meant to be a lovely live weather stream with dodgy weather in Guernsey. Have a bit of fun in the aircraft. It's just not working in X-Plane 12, so sorry for that. And that means I think I can't go on the FlyJSim network either, because I think FlyJSim now does require live weather, so it would cause issues if I was on the network having different weather conditions to what should be going on, and I'll be at the wrong height. It's just not going to work. So yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be a boring flight. Clear skies. I've left live weather on, just by some miracle it suddenly works, but here we are anyway. This is the default Dublin airport. I've got Ortho 4XP for the entire sector. We're going to have fun flying the Dash-8 anyway. It's always a bit of a challenge flying this aircraft. I love it in X-Plane 11, and it seems to be working really well in X-Plane 12, which is really good news. Prashnu, hope you're doing well. Really want to see you on FlyJSim. I know, unfortunately, live weather's broken in X-Plane 12. Dash-8 Simpolid, live weather's working here. Okay, that's the first I've seen someone saying they're having it working, which is good news. I've left it on, so if it does work, hopefully it will come there. Get a sudden tailwind and start dropping out the sky. That's probably likely, Astrodew. Who else we got here? Listerman, Tim Waters, Simon, Nortsky, Flaps, Anon's here too. Matthew Law, Christian Neckers, Hakon Lund is also here. 86 Abel, Guzi, and a few others too. Thank you very much for popping in. Anyway, here we are, the Alpaca Airways liveried Dash-8, completely cold and dark. In fact, I think there's a large truck just driving by my aircraft as we speak there. But yeah, you know, minus the live weather, the sim's looking very nice. There's no puddles today, and I did some practice sectors, seems to be handling quite nicely. The Zebo mod's also been updated. I just have not had time to do anything on the channel. Work has been stupendously busy. It's usually a quieter time this time of the year, but a combination of winter disruption. Got a lot of colleagues of mine leaving my operator as well. There's some great opportunities over in the Middle East. We're a little bit short of crew at my base. I'm out of base every other day when I'm flying. No standbys on my roster. It's just like the middle of the summer, so that's why it's been very quiet on this the channel. I have got some annual leave coming up, so I'll utilise that time to do some more streams for you as well. Is there snow in Ireland? Don't know at the moment, Malteser. Oh yeah, we're going to also take off from runway 28 right here. X-Plane has the latest airport installed, I think. So yeah, we'll be taking off from the new runway in Dublin 28 right, which is a short taxi from where we are. I think it's standard 144 here. So yeah, completely cold and dark. Again, I don't fly this aircraft very often, so bear with me whilst I get it set up. I'm likely to make several mistakes as well, but at least the weather's nice and calm today, being Cav OK and 15 degrees, 1013, no doubt. There we are, jumping into the cockpit. Now let's go get the show on the road. So firstly, I want to get some electrical power, which is up here, so I'm going to put that on. Battery master. Put on some external power. Well, I think I need to get the ground cart connected, so let's connect GPU. That's making lots of noise. Now, how's the noise for everything now, guys? Am I okay? Is X-Plane okay? Keep the feedback coming. I'm very reliant on that there. Huron de Groot, thanks for 2 months as a member. Heil, I just want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a year full of aviation. By the way, my name is pronounced something like Jerome. I can't remember what I just said there. It was something completely different. But thank you very much for your 2 months as a member, and I hope you're doing very well. Thanks for popping in here. Indeed. Why not select a weather preset, says Shodan Cat. Could do that. Shall I select a weather preset? Yes, we can have something a bit different, I suppose. So I'll just show you what's going on here in X-Plane anyway. So if I press this, if I go to let's just turn some music on here, so the awkward silence between speaking. If I go here, you can go here to live weather, rescan. It just goes downloading weather, download, poof, weather download failed. I tried it at different airports. Nothing else is going on there. So what we could do... Oh, I saw your comment there. So you can set it to change over time. So if I select a preset, if I go here to flight configurator, let's change it to... Oops, wrong button. We've got IFR precision, IFR non-precision, large cell thunderstorm. I could do convective. And how do I set it to change over time? Because convective could be quite interesting with some weather and whatnot, but it'd be quite cool to have some. This is the first ever time I don't think I've streamed about live weather. Bottom of the Steam in customize has manual. Hey, can we get mowing? Well, let's have a look at convective quickly. Oh my goodness me! Yeah, that's not a fun day to go flying. Oh, puddle simulator's gone mad. Yeah, I think convective's probably not the best option. It looks horrible. What else have we got here? Press customize that on the right hand side. Let's do IFR non-precision. Customize. Variation. What should we go for? Considerable variation. Oh, evolution over time. Okay. Let's do static or gradually deteriorating. Let's just try that, and if we have to go around at a considerable variation, have we got that? No, let's just do gradually deteriorating. Okay, gradually deteriorating, done. And what we'll do, we'll start off with VFR broken, customize, considerable variation, and gradually deteriorating. Let's do that one. Done. Apply. So it's starting off okay. It varies between the regions, and it's going to slowly be getting worse. How about that? Christian, you had the same issues with live weather. I've reinstalled X-Plane and now it's working fine. Seem to be missing some weather files in the folder. Ah, dear. Well, I think I've had multiple people saying there's different issues. Some people have it working, some people don't have it working. It was working fine earlier. Test sector went to go to stream, not working anymore. But that is the life of a live streamer. And what can you do? Right, GPU's now connected, so let's put the external power on. There we are. Got some electrical power thing, and the lights are blinking away. Let's get the aircraft loaded. So select load, full load. Let's say 78 passengers. I always put this to 6 tons. Oh, why wouldn't it let me change that to 6 tons now? Well, earlier on, 78 passengers allowed me to put 6 tons manually, and now that's no longer working. Alright, 5712 it is. Let's just go for a quarter hold, a quarter of the baggage full in the rear hold. Time en route. Let's have a little look at the operational flight plan, which is going to be inaccurate now because this is obviously based off light weather. Liam, yeah, it's broken. A lot of people on the Facebook Explain page have the same problem, including myself. Oh, well, there we go. Let's have a look here at the flying time. Now, again, this is going to be slightly inaccurate because this is based off live weather conditions, which we don't have. It's saying 1 hour 4 minutes, so let's put 1 hour or so. Or 58 minutes, that's not bad. Total fuel. We shall take 2.3 tons. Now, in live weather conditions, the destination Guernsey, it's sort of a bit inclement with low visibility forecast, and I took 3 alternates. We were going to take fuel for the furthest alternate, which is Bristol, plus 30 minutes. Well, I have no idea what the weather's going to be doing when we get to Guernsey. We can't even check it. No meta. Let's just take an hour's extra fuel just to err on the side of caution. What does this burn an hour? Ton an hour? Yes, ton an hour. Let's whack on a ton on top of this. So let's go 3.3 tons of fuel. Loud music. 3,300. Well, I don't like these. I hate not having live weather. It's horrible. 3 threes in. 0 fuel weights. That's fine. Load summary. I have no idea what the weather is. How do I now check the weather now I don't have live weather? I'm just going to leave this, guys. I have no idea what the weather is. Confirm load. Start loading. There we are. So we're loading the passengers. The rear left door is opening. And I think you start seeing the passengers coming up here. And you can then get their names up, which is quite cool. Fuel cart connecting, passenger boarding. Oh, where's the names of the passengers? I thought they had little heads pop up here. Oh, there's 2. We've got Joseph Perkins and Abby Gray on board. Welcome on board. M key and click on the airport for weather. Ooh. Let's actually see what the weather is. So we got 2992, 123 at 3. Not much information there, really. Well, we'll just have to guesstimate and just pray that the wind's down the runway and go from there. Right, so we've got the passengers loading. Let's now go down here. We're going to turn that on, and go over here, turn on this one. And then the MFD, and the PFD here, and the MFD. Have got Toby eye tracker, guys, and I hope you enjoyed my last video. I haven't got it set up in Explain 12 yet. It is sort of working, but I haven't played around with the settings like I have in Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I will use it in both simulators moving forward. There we are. Won't Explain 12 give us ATIS on the radio? Probably ain't on, but I haven't ever tried it before, so I'd probably messed up. Now, one thing they have improved since the beta is the lighting. The cockpit lighting is considerably better by the looks of it, so that's good. Right, so now let's have a little look at the checklist. So before start, recirc fan on. So I'm just going to get some of the aircraft configured here. I think that should be on as well. Recirc fan on. External check, Jim's doing the walk around. Alternate gear doors, landing gear inhibit switches down, which is this here. And flight deck preparation almost completed, briefing completed, and then it's the before start checklist. So before I do that, we'll just check the overhead panel is as it is. Now, if it was live weather, I would have warm up on for sure. I think it's below 20, so we'll leave that in warm up as well. The rest is all configured. I'm happy with the cockpit lighting. We'll pop on the seatbelt sign and the emergency exit lights, so that can come there. On and on. We'll have the lights on bright, which they are ready. You can test the systems if you so wish. There's all the warning systems up there as well. And we're going to take off from runway 28 left, so let's have a little look at Navigraph. And have a look at the airport charts. So, 28 right, we're going to take off, 28 right. 277 is the runway QDM, so 277. We're going to stream in this aircraft again soon. As soon as live weather's working, I'd like to jump back into this aircraft. I was in fact planning to do a 2-sector day today, but but I am going to be busier now this evening, and also if the sim's not working properly with live weather, I don't really fancy doing multiple sectors. Sorry, yes, 28 left is the old runway, 28 right is the new one. Yes, you're right, Carl, that's the one. I think I might have said that wrong earlier. Aaron, the mic is still clipping a bit. Distortion when you talk loudly. Volume is fine, just so you know. Thanks, Aaron. I really don't know what's happened with the settings with the mic. I've not touched Streamlabs since last stream, and it was working fine then, and now it's all gone a bit haywire. My mic volume in SteelSeries, so if I turn that up loads, now it should be really bad. I had it on 4. I have it on 5. I've set it to 5, and most people seem to be happy with that, so I'll leave that there, but thanks for the feedback. So, that's all set with regards to the runway heading. I just want to have a look at the departure with line, which is a Pessit departure. It's going to be Pessit to 230 above. I think it's a stop level. Is there a lower one, 4,000 feet above? No. So we're going to climb all the way up to 230. I think our cruise is 250. Let me have a quick look at the operational flight plan. We're cruising at 250. We might as well just set that straight away. So 250 is now coming up on the altimeter. 250 is set. So MCP is set. Clocks are fine. Electrical panel, we'll have that screen on there. I'm streaming 6 hours behind live time if you're interested, and the radio tuning panel set as well. Now we're going to load this funky FMC, so on and on. Takes a while to power up, so UNS1. I really love this aircraft there. Do you have the Logitech radio tuning panel? Says Matthias Krejcik. Yes, I do, and I really do enjoy using it, especially on FlyJSim. Won't get so much use today, but on an aircraft like this it's quite nice to have, because it's a bit of a fiddly job to set frequencies on this thing. But yeah, the FPS in the FlyJSim is really good as well. What am I getting right now? I'm getting 40 FPS, but bear in mind this aircraft, X-Plane 12, streaming on all the same PC, so it's having to do a lot of work here at the moment. George Chadwick, how do you turn on dome lights in the Q400? I turn them on, but they won't light the cockpit up. Is it daytime for you? It's here. But yeah, during the day you would see no illumination of any light, only at night time. Mr. Rifle Flight to Sim, you're alive. I'm still being alive, I've just been work, it's just been busy. And then the run up to Christmas, getting all Christmas ready, it's been super busy. Oh, George, it is night time. I really don't know then. I don't know why it's not working properly. I think the FlyJSim, they need to do some updates for the lighting, I've heard, at night there. Right, so here's the FMS. Now I have... Would you like to see my FlyJSim notes? I have a notepad, guys. Let me just turn on my yoke cam. For every single aircraft I fly that's not a 73, there you go. There's my handwriting. So there's my FlyJSim notes as an example. Look, there's the Bombardier Challenger 650, the Tolis A340. Look, you can tell it's an Airbus. Look, I haven't had to do anything. You just press the go button. banter. So yeah, the FlyJSim, look, and loads of notes. So I follow, I test it, and then make notes, then I follow them whenever I fly the aircraft, and it's quite useful for me. That's cheating, boss. No, it's not. It's just something to refer to, just to know how I fly the aircraft each time there. I-69 Turtles, any tips for someone starting their 737 type rating soon? Firstly, congratulations starting your type rating, very exciting time for you. Your training department will give you all the respective guidance, get the SOPs and FCOM 2 technical knowledge down first, that's important, and then your QRH manoeuvres section. You know, there's plenty of guidance available. Sounds like boarding's complete. I'll be chatting away here. Oh, look at all the passengers patiently waiting. The cabin crew are shutting the doors, and we will now continue with the setup. So, we'll accept we've got the latest database installed, 28th of December. And I'm going to go over to flight plan. Those are in Dublin, Echo India Delta Whiskey. We're going to... I don't think we've ever been to Guernsey on a live stream. I haven't checked the FlyJSim live stream map for this one. I don't think we have. So Echo India Delta Whiskey to Guernsey, Echo Golf Juliet Bravo. So I press that. Echo Golf Juliet Bravo. Enter. Accept. Right, I've done a thing. So now I'm going to press the flight plan button. Matt's 12 months as a member, thank you. An old friend. in a new coat. Let's see how it works, says Matasaf. Are you referring there to the Dash-8, I believe? Thank you very much for your continued support of years of member of the channel. Thank you very much indeed. Right. Flight plan, no, not flight plan summary. I want to press... no, I do want to press flight plan. There we are, flight plan. Then I press the menu button. Then departure. There we go. So we're going to take off the new runway, 28 right. So that's number 5. And the SID is a Pessit 1 November. So we're going to find that in the list. 17. Enter. And that, I believe, is now in. So flight plan. There you go. Look, you can see the Pessit SID is there with no link after Pessit. So now I can put the arrival in. I think you could do this in any particular order. You could probably put the routing in next, but I've been doing it this way because I think it's what the tutorial says. So menu, arrival. It's a scary one Golf, very scary. Oh, well, live weather would be runway 27 today, I think. They've got westerly winds. We'll just go off that one, even though we're not using live weather. If anyone sees that X-Plane 12 live weather is now working in their sim, let me know so I can switch it on for a bit of fun. And the star, scary one Golf. 7. And no transition selected for now. And it will be ILS 27, so I'll select 2. I could do the Guernsey transition. I'll have a quick look at the chart and see what the transition
50,
is.
40, 30,
thank you very much, the actual
20,
Ronald
10.
Weasels, for your $5 donation. That's very kind of you, sir. Thank you.
Is the notebook the Flight Deck 2 Sim SOP?
No, it's not. It's not the Flight Deck to Sim SOP. It's let me have a look here. I'll show you. It's the Pucker Pad Jota. Other Jota pads are available. But yeah, it's worth a lot of money. This I can sign it for you and send it to you for £1 million. Thank you very much for your $5, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for the support. Torlock, what tutorial are you using? It's the one included with the FlyJSim aircraft. The one I had been using when I first flew it. So the procedural approach is this funky outbound off localizer turnaround. I'm not going to do that. I'll probably self-position on TLS. I won't select any transition. So I'll press enter for now. Fly plan. Now this is where I always get a little bit... oh gosh. No link. Right. Let me just try and remember how to do this. So Pessit, direct backer. So I think I press the no link button. And then I press... list. That's it. List. List. And then I have to put it in manually. So list, or do I just type it? I can't remember, guys. Pessit. What happens if I start typing now after Pessit? Backer. Back. Is it gonna like it? Yes. Accept. I did a thing. Pessit backer. Why has it got backer twice? Pessit. What? Backer. Was it? Oh, it's still number 9. I got you. Backer. Now I can press this, and it's an airway. So I think if I press no link, list, and then for backer, I could go to airway, and then for backer, there we go. Lima 1491, and then we're going to go to Devom number 3. Check it out, and it's put all the waypoints in. Ah, yes. Then I can press. It's probably a much more efficient way of doing this. After Devom, November 26, number 2, to Berryhead, number 1. Surely you don't have to press no link every time, but I'm going to carry on doing that. No link. List. After Berryhead, it's November 862 to Skerry 3, 1. This is Moen. This is the quick way. You gotta be joking me. I am dashing. Right, I've done it now. I've done a thing. Right, scary. I think then I can press this one, delete, because we're going to scary. That's the arrival. So I've got 2 scaries here. So delete another one. Who designed this? Right, and then it's the arrival is going to basically take me directly to the VOR and then onto that. So what I'm going to do, guys, just to show you the arrival chart into Guernsey. Starlook takes me from Skerry direct to Guernsey, and then from Guernsey I want to fly the ILS-27, so I could fly, if there was a proper procedural approach, I'd fly that, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to self-position radar vector, and what I might do is make a wait, I've got an idea. There's an RNAV waypoint here called Opmis, so I'm going to use this to self-position onto the ILS, so watch this. I'm going to go from Scary. Greg Scott, thank you very much for 37 months as a membership. Evening, Captain. Evening, fellow Hellpackers. Thank you very much for your continued support as a member. That is over 3 years as a member. That's incredible, and you've been here so long. And I've just seen, thank you, Andy, who's gifted 5 FlyJSim memberships onto the channel. So thank you very much for that. Very generous of you. Welcome on board all the new members. We've got Simley Bob, Scottish Gamer, Diol, Torlock, Randy Gallardo. You'll all be invited to the members-only Discord for a month, and enjoy the custom emojis chat as well. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, everyone, and thank you very much, Aditus, for your generous donation there. Again, thank you, Greg Scott, for your continued support as well. Right, that's going to ping off a couple more times, but yes, what I'm going to do is route from, instead of doing Skerry Guernsey, I'm going to delete this here. So Guernsey, delete. And then I'm going to go from Skerry direct to Opmis here. So if I go... Can I hear rain? Oh, well, the weather really is deteriorating quickly. It's going to be a fun departure. Right, let's go direct to Opmis. Oscar Tango, Mike, India, Sierra. Accept. And now, I think what that will do is put this onto the ILS. So Opmis, and then I'll just go to the centre fix of the ILS chart. So we'll clear that. No link, delete. Okay, I think that should be okay. Let me have a little look here on the ND. And, you know, I don't fly this aeroplane, guys, so do bear with me whilst I fiddle around trying to remember all the buttons. So I just want to quickly step through this, making sure it looks sort of correct. So Merley, Berryhead, look at that, I've done a thing. Opmis onto the ILS-27. I'm pretty happy with that, so we'll just go with that. Don't forget Outsell, thank you very much. AY, thank you, 11 months as a member. What do you get when you mix the cheapest contractors and a $30 million aircraft? Penguins? What? What do I miss it? What? Thank you, AY, for your 11 months as a membership. Although Matt has gone straight past me. That joke, I don't understand it. Unbelievable. Ethan, FlyJSim and 327 pilots both live. We'll have to monitor both. I have no idea it was live. I do try and avoid streaming whenever he, V1 or other people do stream. I was planning to stream this a few days ago, but I got called off standby. But this one was dated in for then. But yes, go check out his channel. Great content over there. Right, so I think we're all good. Routing's in. Thanks for your patience here. Again, this aircraft is unfamiliar with me. I think we're fine. So let's deselect format. I think I just need to do performance. Not performance, where is it? Fuel. That's the page I want. So 0 fuel weight. Let's pop that in. It is 24573. So 0 fuel weight. 24573. That's in. Fuel on board. We'll look at the tanks. 1650, 3,300 kilos, so an extra hour's worth of fuel. And reserves, I'll just put, let's have a look at the operational flight plan again. I can't remember how it wants us there. So total reserves is 452 plus diverting to our alternate, which is Bournemouth. So let's put in 898. So maybe total reserves, that'll work. 898. A. Well, let's put in. Right, let's put in alternate 473. That's how much we need to get to Bournemouth. Total reserves, and then hold. So we'll put 425. 898. There we go. So that is our total reserves in there. I think we've done it. Fuel flow, it's all information, and then for performance, I think you can very handily. There's a click spot there. Boom, you can have all the V-speeds based off flat 5 selected, so your performance is done as well. Right, I think we're all good for engine start. DFW dad jokes around here, my kind of channel. I don't understand half of them. Let's have a little look at our taxi routing. It's stopped raining now. Very inclement weather. No idea what this weather's going to do to me either. So we're on stand 1-4 centre. We're going to push back onto the Yankee engine start point, and we'll go east on Charlie, out via Link 7 to Kilo. And this is the new part of Dublin Airport. Does Microsoft Flight Simulator have the new runway? Be interesting to see. Then we're going to go Kilo. Actually, we'll probably take a left turn onto November 2 and take that departure point from there. The SID is the PESIT 1 November. We'll just sort of check the ND, seeing if it looks sort of correct there. So end of the runway, which is coded 750 feet. 750 is there. So 750. Right turn to Delta Whiskey 992, Delta Whiskey 992, then it's a left turn to the Boldonal VOR Bowl, and then we're going to Nepod, and then Abido Pessit. It's all coded, so looking good. Right, let's start these engines. You don't need to start the AP on the Dash 8, start engines. Oops, I've got the FMC clicked out, and here comes the rain again. This is really... Oh, this could be an interesting departure. I just don't know how it's going to depict this. So checklists. Before start, circuit breakers check. I think these can all be popped in and out, if I remember rightly. Oops. God, I'm used to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Hey, hold on. Why is the buttons reversed? I'm pressing right on the... Hey? Oh, I don't know. I think these are all... You can pop all these out as well, which is pretty cool. But we'll make sure they're all in. Passenger signs are on. I've armed that. Anti-skid on. That's in a really peculiar position. My gym. There we are. Anti-skid's on. Fuel transfer quantity, yep, we've checked 3 on board. Emergency brake pressure's checked. Power levers are in the disconnect position. They are. Now, I don't know why. I can only move both switches up at a time, which is unrealistic, but it doesn't seem to affect the engine start. I don't know how to independently select these. Maybe I need to change something in the settings, but it doesn't seem to affect the engine start. Condition levers are fuel off, takeoff data reviewed, start approved, so battery, master, main, aux and standby battery on, which they all are. Fuel door lights are out, so the only lights on I've got probe, TRUs,
50,
de-icing,
40,
engine electrics,
30, 20,
usual stuff, that's okay.
10.
AY, and another one? What's this one here now?
It makes them flightless birds.
Oh, penguin. Yeah,
Just look at what's happening to the USA's C-130 props.
Okay, I see what you mean. Okay, I see what you mean by the penguin thing now. $30 million. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for another donation there. And I don't understand what's happened to the USA's C-130 props. Again, straight over my head there. But when I'm streaming, my brain goes to mush trying to work out all your funny jokes that you always come in, bring in here. Excellent. In the tablet, change engine manipulators. Thanks, Moen. Moen is a bit of a Dash 8 expert there. Aha. Engine control manipulators. I want single. I want it on single, don't I? Well, it is on single, but it's moving both. Is it dual? Right, dual means one at a time, apparently. Change to combined. Okay. Combined I don't want. Oh, no, I do want. This poor airplane. Oh, dear. Right, that seems to be worked. I've got some people saying dual, some people saying combined. I'll leave it on that one. And here comes the... Oh, my God. Rain's really coming down now. Right, thanks for that, Moen. AP bleed is off. Anti-collision light red. Where are you? Red. Engines clear for start. So imagine we got our clearance, and then it's after start. So let's call for pushback. I like how the rain intensity just changed.
Please show me where you want to go.
So we're going to go long push onto the central line. Probably the wrong way here in Dublin to go.
Minimums. Approaching minimums.
Let's do that.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Excellent. Steve M, thanks for the 10 months as a member. Hope you're doing well. We've been around on the channel obviously a lot longer than that. Hope you have a great Christmas, and thanks for popping in. Thanks for continued support. The rain sounds quite good. I love how the rain intensity seems to be changing. I just saw lightning over there. I might just wait, just whilst Pushback's going on here. I just want to quickly check if live weather's still broken. I think I can just quickly do this. Download, rescan. No, it's not working. So, how do I escape? There we go. And I just want to see what the actual weather's doing. Hey! Oh, now have I... Because I've backed out, has it... Oh. Real world... Oh! No. Oh, just... I've broken it now. Let me just press escape. Okay. Well, I'll just leave that as it is. Yeah, hopefully they'll fix that. Does MFS register the radio panel if you have the radio panel in options? I think so. I've just realised my radio...
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
So yeah, again, you don't need to start the APU to start the Dash 8 engines. You can do. But better disconnect the GPU. So yeah, I think you can just disconnect the GPU and it's not an issue. So disconnect. There you go. Still
winching strap and adapter in position.
Powered.
Release parking brake when ready to start pushback.
We're ready. So parking brake released. Being winched onto the tow. Oh, now we've got really nice weather coming. Oh, blast. Cheers, Steve. I want it how I had it. I think what I did before, guys, was had VFR broken, customize, and then we had considerable variation, gradually deteriorating. But is that deteriorating visibility or thunderstorms?
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Right, let's do that then. Pushback's released. And these sounds on this add-on are awesome. I mean, if you've flown a Dash 8, have a listen to this, because it is super. So, engine start. Number 2. Start. As soon as you get that NH, you move that lever up. Oh yes, I've got landing gear view. Sim looks really good. See the reflections on the fuselage, awesome. So I can't remember if I put this to min 800 or do I start the other engine first? Oh, I remember FlyJSim doing some weird thing with the chair, didn't they? I remember that the view, your camera gets stuck in the chair. It's doing that now. I can't move my head. Ah, there we go. Engine 1 first. Oops. That's a great view. Right, I think I can now unfeather the props. Which is this. That's cool. Sounds great. I used to commute on these for a year, about 3.5, 4 years ago. Wait, hold, doesn't look like it's starting, looks like it's slowing down. Oh, I've done, oh, why is that? Oh, maybe I didn't let the, hold on.
Operation complete, set parking brake.
Let me just, I think I might have been a little bit too quick. Unfeathering that prop. I'll just let the engine spin up a bit there. Oops. Right, parking brake. Oh, I need to copy this across to the FMS as well.
Stand by.
Accept. Copy from FMS1. Right, let me try and start engine number 1 again properly. Looks all stable. There it goes. That's better. I forgot the starter switch, thank you. Sounds are great.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Excellent. So let's do the after start flow. So external power and APU is already off. Main and bus tie off. Bleed 1 and 2 on as required. So we'll turn them on and leave them on the minimum settings. Battery temperatures checked. Condition levers to the max position. Max. I've got that on my keyboard already. Standby hydraulic pressure and PTU control on. I think you just do this temporarily. You don't actually leave it open. It's just to check the pressurization, and then you turn that back off. I think it's just to build up the standby hydraulic pressure. So that's done. Full travel of the elevator. So let's have a look at that. Turn on yoga cam, check the flight controls, which are just here. So full forwards and full back. Well, I'll do the whole lot here. Wait, why are the ailerons not working? I think that's normal. I think I've got to have the spoilers down here in taxi. Oh, why have I got no... I think that's normal though. Well, we'll find out when we take off. That's back in normal. Flaps selected, so go flap 5 for departure. Flap 5. De-icing pressure checked. Rudder travel, full travel check. So we'll do the rudder. Let's go left, right, and that's done. Steering switch is steering. Again, I think there's some funky thing going on with the seat because I'm pressing right on the arrow and it's not. I think it. Yeah, FlyJSim. I swear do something with the seat, which means the default buttons don't work very well to move around, but steering's on. Windshield heat pitot probe on, so standby, that and that. I only have parking brake on now, which is good. Flight to taxi, rudder, nav comms checked, PFD checked, yaw damper on. And that's it, it's now taxi checklist. So taxi lights can come on. I have no idea what the QNH is because we're not using live weather. The elevation here in Dublin, what's that? About 250 feet, so I'll leave it at 1014, looks about right. And then we'll start taxiing. You have the gust lock on, don't you? Ah. Is it? No, that's not the gust lock, is it? No, that's for the engines. How do I take the gust lock off? You have to spawn a set to taxi. Set taxi from flight. I still have no ailerons. Elevator's good. That was the gust lock. My ailerons are working. Oh right. Oh, I didn't know that was the gust lock. I thought it was to do with the engine power. Right, let's taxi. We're starting to raid as well. Parking brake released. And we're going to taxi. We're out here. Charlie, Kilo. Left turn, take off from runway 28 rise. So that's closed. Starting to rain again. So parking brakes released. Let's go. Oh yes, the sounds on this are so good. Excellent. Sounds are awesome. So I have got ortho for this entire sector. This view I really miss in Microsoft Flight Simulator. The views on the camera system in X-Plane is superior. I mean, even I'm being a bit foolish in my taxiing there, but aircraft, again, just handle nicer in this sim. Just love the way they handle. In every phase. Yeah, once we've got live weather fixed, we're going to jump back into this aircraft. Might do some flyby ops. Or Outback Railways. Don't forget to give the flight attendant their nav displays back. Hey? FOs, yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, Jim's staring at some electrical information. Right, it's a bit uphill here. Again, this is probably the ortho mesh.
Minimums, approaching minimums.
Let me just give Jim his correct displays. I don't know how to do that. I think that could be... I don't know how to do that. And I'm going backwards. Let me just sort Jim's camera out. Displays out. Is it this one? Electrical systems deselected? No. Well, he's gonna have to stare at the electrical systems. He's only qualified at below TQ. What does TQ mean? Oh, the button TQ. I don't care. Right, releasing parking brake. Oh, it's a good job. It's a bit steep up here. Yeah, there's a little ortho issue there. So we're going to take off via Kilo intersection here. That is a hill. You twisted, but wrong way. Oops. Take this left. The audio seems to be clipping slightly in the sim.
Welcome.
There we go, so on Kilo, now make a left turn. Just take a small break at the whole point, just get the aircraft correctly configured for takeoff. Oh, I missed live weather and I missed FlyJSim, guys, but I can't go on FlyJSim without having live weather. But first impressions of the release version of X-Spectre are positive, apart from live weather not working. I really enjoyed doing the test sector earlier, and this is a default. This is the default airports. I mean, you guys fire up Dublin in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm pretty sure it won't look as good as this. Probably doesn't even have the correct runway. I don't know if I was on FlyJSim, maybe guys wouldn't be able to take off from this runway. I might be wrong. But yes, to answer your question, Daniel B, I am liking it. Just had to turn live weather off because that is not working at all. Right, so I'm at the whole point. Taxi, altimeter set, flash was checked. Tank 1 and 2 aux pumps come on. On, auto feather can come on as well. Flaps set, trims are all in limits. Check for takeoff warning. So again, I don't know what I've done to the default view here, but I think I'm going to take the brake off here for a second, which I have done. Let's just check the takeoff warning test. There we are. That's not going off, so everyone's happy. Condition levers are to 1020. Pitot statics on. Ice protection is as required. Caution body levers checked. Flight clearance checked. Cabin secure. Line up. Notified. Bleed 1, 2 is on minimum. Anti-collision switch to white. I'll turn on the approach flare lights. Transponder on. I remember having issues with this on FlyJSim when I last flew it. I think you hold that one for on, out. But I can never get it to show like TARA. Flight controls checked, free. Flight and taxi, landing taxi lights on. After takeoff is next. So let's release the brake, line up. If I just set the brake. There we go. So takeoff, and my notes, I push the toga button. Go for heading select, which is there, and make sure you have outcell selected so it doesn't miss 250. Where's the clock? The clock's here. I always, yeah, thanks Jason W. I can never remember how to get to that extended page. 28 right. I think this sim looks spectacular. Well, we've lined up. Wipers. I wonder if they wipe the water. Where are the wipers on this thing? I don't know. wiper controls? There we go. No, they don't wipe. That's just annoying. I'm just going to turn that off and put it in park. There we go. Right, so I think we're all ready to go. I'm going to push the toggle button, set power. We'll select LNAV at around 400 feet. And select the flaps up at around 1,000 feet. I'll set the MFRA actually 1230. I forgot to do that. Just for reference for myself. So I'll put 1230 there. 1230. And I'll do my absolute best. I'll reduce the RPM to 900. Gust lock, thank you. And I think the chronometer is automatic. I don't think I need to do anything. I'll push to ETE just in case. I think you do that. Right, Toga's in chat. Let's go to Guernsey. I'll set. I don't know what's the initial stable power setting. Oh, yoke cam coming on, guys. This could be awful because I have no idea what the weather's doing. Right, set takeoff thrust. What's happened? I've done a thing. Hold on, I know what I need to do. There's other professional streamers available. Right, now we're ready. Let's go to Guernsey. Right, flight rating, takeoff thrust set, indication normal, airspeed's rising. I can see lightning ahead. 80 knots, checked. Ooh, little stutter. Now that's quite cool with the window streaks, but I can't really see much. The wind's gusting all over the place as well. V1 rotate. We're airborne. Positive climb. Where's my gear? Gear's coming up. Yeah, this is gnarly weather. And trim. This is really gnarly weather. It's all over. This is not live weather. This is deteriorating weather. Right, looking good. Anyway. It's roughly following the flight directives. Let's reduce the RPM on the old props because that one, 900. Oh! Oh my god! That would be red return on the weather radar. Oh dear, what a pilot said you do it. Oh my goodness! I like how the intensity changes. Oh, I forgot to select nav. Oh dear. I was in heading select. I should have actually pre-selected that. Oh no, I need to. Oh, thank God I'm not FlyJSim. Check nav source. Yes, I'm changing it. Nav. There we go. Thank you. Well, we're gonna have fun landing in Guernsey. But I do like how the rain intensity starts. Honestly, even in the 737, that is how it sounds. If you fly through heavy rain or moderate rain, you can hear it on the window. That is actually really, really realistic. I really like that. That is good. Honestly, I know you might be thinking that's not right, but it sounds awesome to me. Right, I better actually lower the nose here. I'm going to go to IS hold and retract the flaps. 210 knots. Chrono, oh, I think, yeah, it's working. 1 minute, look, 1 minute. Oof, what is this? This is horrible. Maybe it's a little bit too loud. Right, flaps up. I mean, that is actually... This is extremely heavy rain though. This is default rain. Yeah, the streaking is a bit stuttery, yeah. Anyway, how are we navigating? Apart from me forgetting to select nav on departure, looks like we're progressing nicely on the SID. Set standard now, better do the after takeoff checklist next. Can you guys still hear me? But love that how it changes is very good. That is very nice. Right, standard. I think that's a push. There we are, 1013. After takeoff checklist. I don't like the lightning. best weather. He thinks we're not going to make it in one piece. Have to take off jet list. Landing gears up, flaps up, flying power's set, bleed 1 and air 2 on as required. It's normal. Tank pump 1 and 2 can go off. Auto feather, I think, is automatically, it hasn't, that's now turned off anyway, they're off. Engine temperature and pressures check. We're nearly out on top of this cloud now, which is good. So oils are the green, PSI's are the green. What on earth was that? Every time I look down, there's a noise. Passenger sides as required. I think we'll leave them on. I have to take off checklist complete. Slash Place, still traumatised with the Zebo landing last stream. Yes, well that was mostly Zebo mod, partly X-Plane 12. X-Plane 12 was depicting some pretty interesting weather. That was live weather. Testing this, when I used live weather on the test sectors, live weather is actually pretty good. It looked pretty accurate. Whoa, big change of wind there. This should be very uncomfortable in real life. And I remember I've set it to deteriorating. Through more rain. I fear I should have some engine anti-ice on. Where's the temperature? Yeah, -5. I hope icing's not modelled. Right, we'll have a bit of that, Airframe on, bit of property icing. Yeah. Significant build-up on the wings, probably. All good. Sick bag's full. I'm gonna make it. Oh, who knows? At least fly live's working. The blue bar will start filling up. We're still to the north of the airport, but there we are. Now, once we get to 15,000 feet, we're going to use this pitch hold mode and hold it at 5 degrees. We're going to leave it at 210 knots for now. Let's do some checks here. So our temperature's set, power set. So that's more for the cruise though. I just want to check the pressurisation. So cabin rate's 1,000 feet per minute. Diff's increasing about 2.2 psi, and the cabin altitude's 5,000 feet. So keep an eye on that. There we are. Icing is modelled. Well, I'll leave this on for a little bit longer. Ooh. Open heater. I think you can manually select which areas you like to de-ice, but I've got turn that off. Again, I don't fly this airplane, so oh, there we go. So are these the boots? Can't see any icing. Yeah, no, you can see it running on the way in the wing. On the 5th day of Christmas flight deck, same to me, 5 go-arounds. Do the boots actually inflate on the model? You know, actually, you could be very highly critical of that weather, but actually it's quite realistic with regards to if it was actually trying to depict. If that was meant to be a cumulus cloud or a CB cloud with heavy rain, that's how it would sound like. The way the aircraft instrumentation was reacting would be pretty accurate as well. It's just not live, and I don't like the ability of not having the chance to see what the weather's doing. It's put some winds in. I think what did we select? We selected VFR marginal, and then we set it to deteriorate. The clouds have improved. They're not as good as Microsoft Flight simulators, but they are a lot better than they were in earlier betas. Oh, on our way now. Yeah, how do we turn the TCAS on? So I've got TA only. There's a TCAS button there which I push, and then I think it's in here, isn't it? How do you get to that sub-menu? I have to hold something down. Hold this down. Oh, no, I put that on standby. Oh, it's just alternating between the two. X button. Hold that down. Select ATC. Aha! I guess I need to select that. Yeah. Oh, who designed this? Press R4 for EXP. Thanks. Now how do I deselect this? Thank you. Aha. Thank you. There we are. I think we're good now. TARA. Perfect. So about to go into some more clouds. Yeah, the depiction of clouds is better. But I do, yeah, what I think of the aircraft, really enjoy it. Really like the FlyJSim Dash-8. But that's cool. Like, coming into the cloud with the rain starting, pretty good. Oh, have I got... is this engine anti-ice? I've still got that on. Prop de-icing. Oh, how are the props de-iced? Does it alternate between the props? How do I change props? That's really cool. Moen, can you explain the two modes of TCAS menu? Roll and ERBS? No. Cat, I don't think Explain 12 has a 7-day weather forecasting for our eventual arrival time into Guernsey. Increase ref speeds on. I guess, yes, I need that on. Where's that? Oh yeah, I can see now it's alternating the prop now. That's cool. Now the 737, if you use wing anti-ice at any point during the flight, it'll update all the speeds as well, permanently until the next sector. I think I'm meant to be using this pitch hold here to stabilise the flight, otherwise it'll oscillate a little bit. British Archaya, you're flying into Victor November Kilo Tango. It's fun. You should try it anytime soon. Where's that? Never even heard of that. Is that India? Not so sure. Whenever they use boots, they leave it on fast no matter what. Okay. Ooh, I think we just had a sudden change of something there. Look at that rate of flight. So yeah, I made some mistakes on that takeoff. I forgot to select the format to the nav source to GPS, and then I forgot to select. I forgot to select nav after departure as well. I was Kathmandu. I've done a flight from Kathmandu, British, in the Twin Otter. We went to Lukla. M3 Tele, how do you like Explain? Worth buying it, alpacas? Yes, I think it is. A lot of people ask me, is Explain 12 a bit like Explain 11 on steroids? During the beta, there were elements where I couldn't see much had changed. Now, seeing the release version here of Explain 12 and on the test sector earlier, I think there's enough changes now with the lighting, the weather. Fingers crossed live weather works soon, but the depiction of the weather in this sim looks pretty good. And the default airports are really fun. Look at that speed change. I thought live weather was off. I've just lost 40 knots. I was doing 210 and now doing 170. I was just praising you, Explain. There's some elements that need improving with regards to weather interpretation, especially with live weather. When I was in the beta, the way it models gusts, variable winds wasn't great, but the same with Microsoft Flight Simulator. But Microsoft Flight Simulator's depiction of live weather is very good now, certainly with visibility in clouds. But just taxiing and taking off there, it's great to be back in X-Plane. It does, in my opinion, Blade Element Theory, aircraft handle better. I've said it countless times, I'll say it countless times again. It just is a nicer simulator for aircraft handling. Mr. Rifle say fixed lights in the cockpits aren't dark anymore, right? Yes, they are. I mean, they are at the moment because I've got the sun out, but you see how the lighting's changing with the clouds? That's actually quite realistic. It's just changed now, I think. And when the sun's behind you, it is a lot brighter. or coming into the cockpit. I think I'm going to leave indicated airspeed hold on. Looking good. So that's going to be the engine intake, guys. Ooh, a little bit of a stutter there, though. So they don't look too bad. Again, I think Microsoft FlyJSim Clouds look better, but there's that lovely ortho I downloaded. Some random lightning storms. Problem with these aircraft is sat in all the weather. We get above all this in the 7.3. Beluga on PC, how long does this take a Dash 8? This sector's about an hour 5 minutes. MC Crewfish is icing visible at Explain 12, not that I can see. This one, you like the blue line on the engine counting. Oh yes, very nice. Alpaca Airways. Oh yes, there's another thing you can do in this sim which you can't do in Microsoft FlyJSim. Is that stuttering for you guys? It wasn't for me, but I was looking at Streamlabs preview and it was really stuttery. Good to be. Yeah, lighting has considerably improved in the sim. No stutter. Good. Yeah, I was looking at the stream on the second window and it was all stuttering. It was all good my side. Yeah, see, that's silky smooth for me. These clouds are a bit interesting at 25,000 feet. This is very smooth for me, guys. But I'm looking at the Streamlabs preview and it is stuttering, but this is very smooth for me. Like it always was. Yeah, so I hope it's not coming across. Yeah, it's a bit choppy, but that's for you guys. For me, that could be something to do with my streaming setting. This is very smooth. Yeah, okay, that's going to be a sim thing, a streaming thing. That was completely smooth for me. Like it's 50 FPS I'm getting outside here. I'm getting 80 FPS, and it's honestly silky smooth for me. Silky smooth. But my actual FPS is 80. And I'm just looking at what is doing that? I don't know. But looking down at the clouds, it's stuttering loads in Streamlabs. But for me, it's smooth as anything. I think that could be to do with my Streamlabs settings. Want to go anyway. I spent an entire day about 3 weeks ago updating everything in Streamlabs to make sure it was working. And just being away from it 2 weeks it's just self-imploded. Hi Andrew Terry, hi Captain. What do you think about hiring bonuses, tuition reimbursement from carriers is something that may go away in the future? Can definitely influence people's thoughts of going to the airlines. So you're talking about sort of like bonded ratings and airlines paying for training and things like that? I think that's what you're referring to there. I mean, some airlines do it. I think with the demand in the industry now, there'll be more schemes like that. I think they're quite good. Certainly, there is now, you know, look back 2 years ago, we were talking about, we were in the middle of the pandemic, you know, I was lucky to keep hold of my job. Now it's the absolute opposite. The amount of jobs out there now are huge. Low-hour pilots, high-hour pilots. In Europe, you've got all the low-cost carriers recruiting, like EasyJet, Ryanair, airlines like Jet2. I don't know what the flag carriers are doing. The Middle East, crazy. America, I think it's even worse. There's a lot of talk about dropping the 1,500 hour requirement. But yeah, great times, great times. Just so busy myself in the winter at the moment. Yeah, what is going on with my Streamlabs settings? It's all choppy and it's completely smooth for me. We're just struggling here to get to 25,000 feet. We're just crawling up slowly, just past, we're approaching waypoint Pessit. Even my mouse is stuttering, but it's not for me. Have a look at my settings afterwards, guys. Even American Airlines toying with the idea of single pilot operations for airliners to comply with the 1,500 hour rule. Eric, why do devs have to tune their flight model and explain when the blade atmosphere is supposed to look at the airfoil and it should fly like the real thing? Absolutely, I have no idea, Eric. I think every add-on in any simulator, be it blade atmosphere or CFD and Microsoft Flight Simulator, they're having to make a lot of things behind the scenes work correctly, or do things behind the scenes to make it work correctly. Certainly the Zebra mod as well, but aerodynamic modelling is very complex to model, especially with swept wings in desktop simulators. There we are, 250, and I'll set the cruise power now, min 850. What I usually do, there's these little blue arrows, which I think is like the max cruise setting. I just usually leave it there. There we are. And now we can work out on top of descent. And all I do for that is I go to VNav. I'll type in 1,800 feet per minute, and it'll generate a profile based on that rate of descent. There we are. 26 minutes till top of descent, guys. Not long. Start setting up in 10 minutes. Why is that stuttering for you guys? Good. Awesome livery. Suits it well, the Alpaca Airways livery, the Dash 8. We haven't crashed yet. Love the prop animations as well, they look great. Are those the final release clouds? I guess so. Bye-bye, Dublin. There we are. We have the Irish Sea, approaching Wales. Swansea's down there. Well, over towards the southwest Plymouth. Ferry head onwards to Guernsey. We're going to route onto an ILS for approach runway 27. Stratocosts, what's the best way to get a personal livery designed? How did you do it? So I was very fortunate to have members who dedicate a lot of their spare time in making liveries for all of you to use for free. So that's how I do it. Looks like the rudder's deflected. It's pretty straight to me. Good. Seems to be in the middle position. Joshua, any tips for airline interviews? Currently coming into my first airline interview for an MPL cadet program. Very good. Just be yourself. I don't know what your situation is, your background as well, but show your enthusiasm, show your knowledge of the airline, the respective airline at your interview, and you'll be absolutely fine. I'm quite surprised at all the FMC calculated correctly. It took me ages to use my notes, which saved me. I zoom out slowly. Get a little top descent point. There it is. Very ahead, and there's the top of descent. Exeter. Yeah, it's silky smooth, but sorry for the stuttering on the flyby. Should you be scared of a medical? No, you shouldn't be scared of a medical at all. How do you get that bar at the top with altitude heading and stuff like that? Is it available for Microsoft Flight Simulator? So that is an overlay, which I can't see on my screen, but it's called FlyLive, the FlyLive overlay, and it takes data from your sim and punches in there. Yeah, so it works for X-Plane, Microsoft Flight Simulator. And it's quite, yeah, I only have it for you guys, so you just get some basic information about the flight if you just tuned in. Listerman, you are right, it was buggy, but it's always worked fine in X-Plane, and I have now made it so it works fine in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I just changed how it's getting its information. But in X-Plane, it's always worked flawlessly. I did see that double Mocena, Vlad has an overlay, but you have to pay for it. This is free. Oh, so I've just noticed my speed's trickling up towards MOO. Why, I don't know. It was doing quite well on its own. Is that once and done that? 245 knots. Constant speed propeller, so the RPM's at 850 here. So just altering the angle of the blades. What's a good power setting for the cruise in this beast? Out there. Jason, drop talks it's about 58. Oh, look at that, I'm a natural. I had it at, I guess, max cruise for quite a while. I was quite happy. I know, Jason, where's my auto from? Right, let's start setting up for this approach. Not much to do, really, setup-wise. I've done all these checks. Descent checks coming up next. Ooh, some high-altitude rain. Look at the speed dropping off. Speed dropping off really quickly now. Don't like having this amount of power now. I'll go back to flight rating now. Maybe I've got icing. Yeah, look. Max cruise setting, I'm still losing speed. I might just turn this on. I shouldn't affect it that quickly. Let's see if my speed starts increasing. Do you reckon that was icing in X-Plane? Because look, I've just turned the anti-icing on. De-icing. I've lost. Now the aircraft is accelerating. Ah, okay, Berlin flight. Thanks for the info. I'm just going to leave that on for a while. We'll leave it on whilst we set up for this approach. So as mentioned, we've adjusted the arrival slightly, guys. We're not going to go from Scary direct to Guernsey, which is overhead the airfield. We're actually going to route Scary slightly east of this track to a waypoint, which is on the RNAV approach. It's called Otmis. Then from Otmis, we're going to cut the corner here onto the ILS. ILS 27. Let me just turn this music so you can hear me brief. So we'll get everything tuned up now. So the ILS frequencies are 1081. So this is where the radio tuning panel comes in quite useful. My Logitech one. So I'll just tune those frequencies now. So you can see me manipulating this and then selecting 1081. There you go, 1081. Nav 2. 1081 is now active on nav 2. We'll select the Guernsey VOR as well, 1094 on standby. Thanks, whoever that was. Give you 2 seconds, just get these frequencies tuned. 1094 is on standby. And 1094 is on standby on nav 1 and 2. There we are. Thank you, Mason. 13 months as a member on the channel. I just realised our Navigraph's still up. Evening, Captain. Great to show you again. Any plans to fly the MD-11? Flew it yesterday. It was great fun, especially since it lands fast. Excellent, Mason. In fact, I have flown the Rotate MD-11 in X-Plane 12. I had a lot of fun. So now the sim is out for the final version. As long as I get live weather working, yeah, we can jump back into the aircraft. Zebo mod's my next priority. I've got the all members. Don't forget group flight tomorrow. More information about that in the Discord, of course. Whether I take the Zebo mod or not, I will not have time to test it. Maybe in the morning. If not, I might have to just go into the PMDG, just because I know it's sort of a bit more stable in the sim. But if we can get the Zebo mod working with live weather, we'll use that on there. Let's look at this again. So we've got the frequencies, courses, minimums. ILS 536. I've no idea what the weather's going to be like when we get there. It could be as bad as it was after we took off. And remember, I've set it to deteriorating. So this could well be my first crash ever on a stream. At least I've got a decent excuse. I didn't use live weather. This could be bad. 536. Let's round that to 540. Oh, I want MDA as well. Dope. 540. I forgot to set the courses as well. Just checking the power settings. So I'm going to go back to 58 and I will... Oh, red! No, red bad, red bad. Oof, less than half a second of exceedance. No problem. What was I going to do? Just set the courses. 268. 268 is the course. There we go. I don't know, Stradicus, how bad does deteriorating get? Well, based off of the takeoff, and I set it to VFR marginal. Not too hopeful. Right, so I think if I hold down the format button like that, it gives me the ability to set the course. So 268. So that's done. I can now hold the format button again and do it for Gym 2. Format. Oh no, I've hit his display, haven't I? There you go, nav. I finally found it. Nav. There we go, 268 for Jim. So when we get closer, I'll revert from the format from FMC to conventional nav, and then we'll accept the ILS. So that's done. I can press the format nav. So frequencies, courses, and minimums with presets. Aircraft's all happy. Oh, look at my speed now deteriorating. Whoops, don't overtrim. All over the place here. Right, let's turn all this off now. Can I, engine intake, can I turn those off? Is that on all the time? Thanks, Jason W. Right, frequencies, courses, minimum set. So a little bit of a brief for you guys. I'll be self-positioning onto the ILS. We're routing direct to the centre fix, which I think takes me to a... Wait, I'm trying that to a 5 mile final? No, an 8.1 mile final. All self-position anyway. Frequencies, courses, minimums are set. MSA is no issues with terrain. 2,000 feet all around keeps us safe. If I have to go around, the go-around actions will be set power. We go to flap 15 in the Dash-8. We'll push the go-around buttons and then follow the flight directors. We'll accelerate to the missed approach altitude. And that is climbing to 3,000 feet. 2,000 feet, 2.5 DME, then right turns to the VOR, which is on standby, and then hold. So that's that. Airport, 27, 1,500 metres, no problem with an aircraft like this. We plan to vacate at Charlie. I'll use idle reverse, or disconnect the power levers, Delta, and park onto a stand in front of the terminal. Stand number 1, let's go for that. That's it. I think we've covered everything. I'm now just going to wait for the top of descent point, which is here. We'll go from there. No questions. Mason also occasionally updates badly in the cruise, causing the autopilot to disconnect. Thankfully, so far it's happened when I've been at desk, not crashed as a result of this yet. That's been an issue in desktop simulators for many, many years. I remember in FSX playing it many, many years ago. Live weather updates, just throwing the aircraft crazily. In my opinion, the best weather, or most realistic weather I've ever experienced in any simulator ever is X-Plane 11, not the default weather, but with active sky.
50,
Active sky and X-Plane 11 is the most
30,
realistic modelling
20,
of weather I've ever experienced,
10.
certainly with winds. So maybe they can make an appearance here. Thanks, Martin.
Merry Christmas and a safe landing into 2023.
Thank you very much, Martin. We've not said it enough. Christmas Day is only 4 days away. Merry Christmas, everyone. And I should have said that at the start of the stream. Hope you will have a wonderful time. Thank you for reminding me, Martin. And get to spend some time with your loved ones on Christmas Day. I will be visiting various family members on Christmas Day. And looking forward to it. And then I'm working on Boxing Day, getting up at the crack of dawn, flying to Tenerife with a departure before 7 AM. Someone's got to do it, but that's my Christmas day all planned out. I hope you'll have a great time. I hope, as I mentioned to members, I'll be streaming tomorrow, maybe, because I've got to be at home. I've got to be at my house on the 23rd. Might be able to squeeze out something on the 23rd. Oh yes, winter solstice, everyone. Today is the shortest day in the Northern Hemisphere, I believe. So, happy winter solstice. The days are getting longer, and that's a good thing. I hate when it's dark. Horrible.
Minimums.
Michael, I'm just seeing your comment there. If you press the data button for 3 seconds, the nav display changes to nav. With the autopilot stays in FMS, you can then set the course. So I pressed it using the format button. Thanks for the tip there. Thanks, Yankee Fox 9 months. Remember, signing off early tonight as I'm on bedtime duty, saying part of the deal with my other half so I can attend the MOGF. Happy landings off. Nice one, Yankee. Oh, awesome. Well, thank you very much for taking part in the MOGF tomorrow, and looking forward to seeing you there. And I'm glad that you got to compromise with your other half. It's brilliant. Take care, buddy. Flight out of Bethlehem on Christmas. That's good news, Matt Johnson. Lamb and I are still working on the weather engine and yet to release the API, so it's likely we'll see it improve a lot over the X-Plane 12 run. Good. Pag's putting his point across there. Yes, I think it'd be hard to argue that graphics-wise, this is better than Microsoft Flight Simulator, but from just jumping back into the final release version of X-Plane 12, and flying just the Dash-8 so far, it's been great fun. Just hand flying the takeoff and landing, although it was difficult in these non-live weather conditions I've implanted. It's just, yeah, aeroplanes are great in this sim. Though I just think there's something funky going on with icing at the moment, because I'm having to change power quite a bit. One power setting holds the speed 1 second and a different one another. Yeah, just want to find a speed to maintain about 240 knots. Not long till top of descent anyway. 43 miles, 6 minutes. Pilot's badge looks incredibly stable. His severe turbulence fix is quite bad in the Zebo. Yes, and Zebo was partly to blame for some issues with the weather in X-Plane 12. It's a combination of both. The Zebra mod has actually had its first update in over a month and a half, nearly 2 months. But I can't get live weather working properly at the moment in X-Plane 12. If I can get it working, next stream publicly will most likely be in the Zebra mod. Let's crank down the zoom. Whoa! And there we are. There's a live... Well, no, not even a live weather update. You see that? Well, I don't even have live weather on. Well, that was a 400-foot increase in altitude. Oh, and there's the opposite. That's not so good. Look at this. The whole real world... Alex Vanderpass, the whole real world server is down. What is it? The servers... Oh, is even Microsoft Flight Simulator live weather broken? Ooh, interesting. Why is it when I'm streaming that happens? Well, we'll just have to go with crazy preset weather conditions instead. I don't hope that doesn't happen at 200 feet. Oh dear. Yeah, look at the wind direction. I swear that was a tailwind 10 minutes ago. Oh, speed's creeping up again. Pretty scary. I don't know if you've seen it. 32 months as a member. I hope you feel better soon as well for your operation. 2 seconds. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everyone. Both are approaching really fast. They sure are. Thank you very much indeed for your continued support as a membership, helping me moderate the channel as well. And yeah, just being a general, all-round good guy. Thanks, buddy. Those poor passengers. That would be bad, alright. Yeah, if you exceed VMO though, guys, it's not a big deal. Obviously you don't want to do it. Oh, this is bad. Low speed is far worse. This sort of situation, we're just going to leave this right at the top of the flight rating here, because we're still losing speed. I'm tempted, guys, to turn this weather off because it is wrecking havoc on the flight. No, Taylor, no auto throttle. Oh, X-Plane only, they have their own service for weather. Oh, okay. Need to boot that up. Otherwise, it'll be an issue on the group flight tomorrow for anyone using X-Plane. That is, I know if I do a poll, you're going to want me to leave this weather as it is. So I might as well just leave it. Tom, what happens when you exceed VMO in real life? You know that guy from Jurassic Park? He pops out of the ND and goes, ah, ah, ah. No, I'm joking. The clacker goes off and you just gently pull out the speed brake, partially extend the speed brake, and at high altitude, there we go again, at high altitude, don't be tempted to reduce thrust. If you reduce thrust, you can actually get yourself into a low speed situation. There is thrust responsiveness at high altitude on turbofan engines is very poor. At around, you know, from sort of 40% to 90% takes about 2 seconds. At 35,000 feet or above, it takes about 20 to 25 seconds. So you mustn't do that. Just partially extend the speed brake. And after landing, we do need to make a tech log entry. Just say we exceeded MMO. Engineer will then inspect the aircraft to make sure it's all safe. Half people in chat won't know that Jurassic Park reference. Matt Burgess, you get me, you get me. Low speeds again. Yeah, huge performance, and it's actually demonstrated during the type rating. Jason, like we look at in the UPRT session, thrust responsiveness, and a lot of people don't understand at high altitude sort of how close you are to the limit. Just quite happily sat there in the autopilot, but Yeah, it's so much less, so much less dense, and the amount of thrust being produced in the engine is so much lower as well, that you can easily get yourself into a low speed situation whereby the only option, if you get on the back of the drag curve, to recover is to descend. It is scary, and I've had it once. We were up at the optimum cruise level at 400, and we hit some mountain wave, and the speed dropped all the way towards the minimum manoeuvre margin. We had max continuous thrust set, and the speed just didn't recover, so we immediately requested descent. Thankfully, there was no one below us, and it was completely fine. We were at the optimum altitude. We were still well below the maximum cruise level. Right, so VNAV's sort of done his armed thing. So what we're going to do is set a lower level. Let's go for 8.0. All that lovely ortho download. I can't even see it. So we'll set 8.0. So altitude 8.0. I'll then push outcell and VNAV. VNAV's armed, so then it will follow the vertical profile. And this is not like VNAV in a 737 where it's built a vertical path. This is a VNAV profile based off a fixed rate of descent, 1800 feet per minute. Could be Pascal, maybe it could be Pascal. Maybe yes, because I told it to significantly vary the weather in each region. It's just loading it each time. You could be right there. Jason, are you Dash-8 operator or very knowledgeable on the Dash-8? Oh yeah, guys, I have never been able to butter the Dash-8. I've got to remember not to land it like a 737. If you close the power at 20 feet, you fall out the sky. Right, top of descent, ladies and gentlemen. It's approaching us. VNAV should engage shortly. Oh, I wish I was on fancy. Out of live weather. Great performance though in this aeroplane. Here it comes. Oh, I haven't done any fuel checks. Yeah, look, we've still got this thing only burns a ton an hour. Still we've got an endurance of at least 2 hours. Right, there we are, top of descent, VNAV paths engaged. I'll slowly reduce the power to maintain around 220 to 240 knots. I'm just going to keep pulling the power back until the speed's quite stable. Almost at idle. Now burning hardly any fuel. 80 kilos an hour, it's great. If you land with flap 15 at 35 feet, increase power by 5%. So, what's the default landing setting, flap setting in the Dash-8? Because flap 35 is full flap, and I find it very hard. Whereas by flap 15 could be a little bit easier for me. Guys, I'd stay tuned because who knows what's going to happen with this preset weather selection with deterioration over time and each region having very different weather. Yeah, they are massive brakes. Holding the speed nicely. 15, but the runway isn't the longest. No, it's only 1,500 meters here. Yeah, I struggle with 35. Alright, I'll go flat 15. Now, how do I select the flat 15 speeds? Because this, I think, defaults to 35. I guess when I have 15 selected, do I just simply click here? So it'll be flat 5, flat 10, and flat 15. And is there a flat... I'm going to press flat 15 here, haven't I? There we go, 15. Okay. I'm going to completely screw it up, so don't judge. '86 message on FMC. I thought you were offline. Oh, this won't be from ATC. This will be. Sorry, this will be from like top of descent. Yeah, top of descent alert. There you go. It's from the aircraft. So far, so good to our daunting descent to Guernsey. Oh, well, there we go. They've got a rough idea of what's going on with X-Plane's weather now. So this is the generic... Whoa! It's just updated now. You can see it, look at this, constantly changing things. I just hope it dies down by the time we get a bit lower. If we have to go around, or crash, we're going to have to turn it off. Oh, these speed. Oh, I'm heading directly towards a thunderstorm. Wonderful. I do like this. I don't know if that's a sim. You sort of set these rain effects where it sort of makes it the background a little bit. There you go. Look at that coming out of the rain. That's really good. Yeah, slats and flaps. That's wishful thinking. Keep power on till the nose. Whoa. These speed changes. Gonna have to add a bit of power here. Don't want it to be so low or slow. Adding power. Waypoint alerts. That's going to take us directly to that RNAV waypoint on a sort of base leg. There we go. Seatbelt signs have been on the entire flight, which has been a good thing. What's with the stuttering in Streamlabs? I must look into that. That is silky smooth for me, like it always has been every stream. Streamlabs is very much stuttering. For you guys, I think it could be to do with the clouds, but I'm getting 70 FPS. Look, our indicator airspeed increases as we get lower now. We'll probably do. Look, to 82, 90 knots, no problem. %, and it will stabilise. Okay. Is that with a rate of percent of 1800 feet per minute? I don't know what Flybe used or other Dash-8 operators for VNAV, but... Tom, have you ever done a 6 or 7 hour sector in the 738? No, nothing that long. Longest I've ever done is 5.5 hours. And that was Edwin's from undisclosed UK departure airport to Tenerife. Jason's 1500. Okay, cool. But that stuttering there is actually really cool with the cloud shadows. Oh, I do miss VATSIM though, really do. And I think, honestly guys, apart from sort of like the fun group flights at Microsoft Flight Simulator, this is the first time I've never used live weather on a live stream. I've always used live weather. Tom David, what's it like being in a small cockpit for that long? Not ideal. 7.3 is a very small cockpit. Nice to rush you. Right, let's put some of this icing on here. -17, I think that's increased reference speeds we probably need if we're being size. Again, it's difficult to detect icing if it's not more visually. It's getting a bit dark in here now. They haven't killed us yet. I think the lighting in this, I think they need to update it. So, one of my members was telling me that at the moment I think there's a bit of a bug in the FlyJSim aircraft at night with the lighting. They're very proactive, FlyJSim. There's updates coming out for this aircraft constantly. It's expensive, but it is an awesome add-on. Crimson, what's the must-have plugin to X-Plane 12? It's the same ones that I had in X-Plane 11. I think if in fact you use the command exclamation mark plugins, it should tell you. Alright, IMC now. Lovely. Whoa! We're jumping back in the cockpit. Here we go. Looks like I'm about to go straight to the side of a CB. Oh, oh, this is really sketchy. Thanks, Philippe. I don't know why your donor hasn't pinged up. I did see it come through. $5, appreciate it. Hi man, hope you're doing well. Watching live from Brazil, hope for a butter landing today, and I hope you fly the 732 sometime. Thank you very much for your donation.
50,
there it goes.
40. 30,
yes, they need
20,
FlyJSim. I
10.
hope they do update the 737-200 and fix the elevator issue as well in X-Plane 12.
Hey man, how you are doing? Watching you live from Brazil. Hope for a butter landing today, and hoping you fly the 732 and soon.
Oh, we're not gonna survive today, guys. I don't think. Let's see what we can do there, Philippe. Thank you very much for your donation. I cannot tell you how much I'm loving the intensity of the rain changing, even though I am going straight for the middle of CBs. Cheers, Philippe. Let's all pray together. Yes, wish me the best of luck. In fact, I've got the perfect sound for this situation. If we all could pray. Oh no, I've got the tension moment, but I don't want that one, and I don't want that one either. And we're approaching 8-0. I can't find my Hallelujah one. There we go. Oh, it's nice knowing you all. We're going to go down to 4,000 feet. Oh god, this is horrific. Well, who knows what the Q&H is? Because we're not got live weather on. Oh no. Oh, this is going to be challenging. Right, I've gone down to 4,000 feet. We'll hope it was 1014, I think, in Dublin, so... Oh dear. Right, I've just gone to idle here. Oh, this is. We're not going to get down. I can't land. Look at look at this. So if you just tuned in, welcome. We're flying the Dash-8 into where we're going, Guernsey. Oh, my speed. And we are not using live weather. We're using the preset option of VFR. I think it was VFR marginal, and then we selected the option of weather change over time deteriorating, and I think it is more than deteriorated. I'm gonna have to utilise the autopilot here, but oh gosh, I've only just realised I've levelled off. Right, IAS. Yeah, okay, 180 knots. I'm just gonna go back to idle. Let's do 200 knots of descent here. What's a safe altitude? I'm going to go down to the platform altitude, 2,000 feet. Oh, no, I'm in IS hold. Why is our speed going off there? Right, there we go. Profile's coming back now. And we'll set 2,000 feet. Oh. This robotic voice sounds so funny. Pray for FlyJSim, y'all. Oh, this is horrific. 2 tons. By choosing preset deteriorating weather, you have given X-Plane 12 the right to try to kill you. Hey, I love a challenge. What's the wind doing? Right, 36 knots. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm going to go flap 1 here. 180 knots. That's just... It's back on profile almost here. We look quite high. Oh, increase rest speeds off, thanks. I thought we had them on. I've still got icing on. Where is that button? I don't like looking up here for long. There we go. Oh, speed. Look at the speed changes. We're now climbing. I'm in level change and it's going to climb. Outsell would be an option. Thank you.
$50, $40. 30, 20,
oh dear.
10.
Thank you, Mr. Rifle. That's only just come through now. Appreciate your generosity.
This robotic voice sounds so funny. Pray for FD2S your.
Thank you very much. Returning base leg now.
Minimums.
Oh, it's the rain, how it just changes. Thank you for that. Was off. Speed's very low now. We're almost back on profile. Thank you, Robson and 2 tons. My Bacardi Coke just went all over Julian, the seat next to me. Robson! Behave yourself. Unbelievable. Right. Oh, right, we're on a base leg now. We're on profile, so I'm going to select VNav. VNav path, that's good, but I'm just going to do my best here to try and control the speed. Right, I'm also going to press this increase thing. Reduced NL landing, and we'll put that up to 1020. There we are. Speed. Oi. Nearly stalled there. Right, what we're going to do... Right, speed's recovered. Right, I'm going to be busy here. Ben Matthews, thank you. 2 days till my alpaca badge. Thank you very much for your continued support. Very busy right now. Right, I just wish I was in my 737. Right, match heading. I'm going to go heading hold. And I'm going to go change the format now. Oh, speed's fine. Reducing speed. Nav source. Right, that's the one I wanted. Right, okay, 1 dot high. Pitch hold, no, I want vertical speed. Vertical speed, 1200 feet per minute, that's fine. And I'm going to arm nav. So we should accept the localizer now, and I'm just going to use vertical speed to stay on the... Oh, God. Right, I see... Ooh, I see ocean. Right, localizer capture, set runway heading. I don't know if it's the exact heading, but that will do. Arm approach. That's going to be... Approach, glide slope. Glide slope capture, missed approach altitude 3,000 feet set. Right, we're on a 6-mile final, gear down, flaps to 15. That's because of the gear, and then we're going to go flap 15. We're in IMC. I've got a 33 knot headwind / crosswind. To go to flap 15, I need to be like 172 knots. We'll let the speed come back. 172 knots. Okay. And tell me if this is a bug or not. I can't look. I'm meant to be between this speed, but look where the red tape is. I'm just going to maintain that blue dot speed, or do my best to. Right, we're on final now. Minimums I've set 550 feet. I don't know if I've got the correct QNH set. I think I might have the correct QNH. No, 2,000 feet, 5 miles. Okay, guys, I know it's very fast. I should be doing between 110 and 120. That's a stick shaker. Alright, I'm just gonna... Oh, this is impossible. Oh, this is gonna be hard. I can't do that. Look at the speed. Look at the wind on the NT. 30 knot headwind. Full right. Shall I turn yoke cam on for your entertainment? The autopilot's still in. I'm sort of like guarding it here. This might not be pretty. Look at the speed changes. I'm very high on the glide slope. Right, I might disregard certain rules and procedures and SOPs for this, seeing that X-Plane 12 has gone absolutely doing its best. I just like the intermittent stick shaking, you know, isn't that reassuring? I'm getting low on the glide slope now. I'm just going to have to keep the power high, I think. I'm very low on the glide. This 40 knot headwinds now. Still got the autopilot in, I'm just sort of like following it. Trying to stay on the flight vectors. 1,000 feet. I've got terrain warnings going up. I can't even see anything. I can see some trees, but I'm way off the loop. This could be a mess here. Gears down. Right, getting ready to disconnect the autopilot. Autopilot's disengaged. I can't. That's uncontrollable. I can't even see the runway yet. Approaching minimums. Let's put my head up. Right, runway's ahead. Minimums. This is why you have limitations and rules, so things like this never happen. I've got full nose down. Don't want that really. I'm gonna try.
30, 20, 10.
I think I might have broken the gear, but I'm down. Hey, I could have buttoned that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Guernsey. 1,000 feet per minute. We're down. Oh, right. I must say, this is nothing to do with Explains live weather. This is the simulator's sort of depiction of deterioration of weather that I had set. I'm actually quite pleased with what I managed. We got down in one piece. The gear would have probably been damaged with 1,000 feet per minute. The 7.3 would have had a landing gear inspection requirement, but yeah. Minimums. I think we had gust. Oh, I've got full rudder here. I actually want to know what the weather's doing. I've got full left rudder, and we're struggling to steer here. I think the wind's that strong. I can't turn, guys. Oh, there we go. Right. Let me actually see. I want to know what the actual wind is. Wind 233 at 15. Variable between 211, 255, gusting. I thought it said. Did it just say 55? That was more than that. It was more than 35 knots. It must have been. Oh, well, I can't taxi, guys. Let me just. I can't taxi. What can actually? Someone play the stream back and have a look at what the wind was. I am going to have to turn this down a notch because I can't actually taxi. I think it's that windy. Split the throttles. I could try. Let me just go full on the power in. Let me just add power on the right engine. No, it's just, look, I think it's the wind is that strong, I can't actually do anything. But yeah, if anyone could look at the ND and tell me what the actual wind was at landing, that would have been, and I must stress this, no, this would never have happened in real life. Right, I'm gonna have to turn the tents off. I can't actually taxi right now. We're gonna do this again. Another stream. Let me just find the weather settings. I'm just curious as to what the actual wind is. Convective, you don't say. Right. 17 gusting 34. You're having a giraffe. It was way more than that. I'm never gradually deteriorating. It dropped off a cliff. Considerable variation. Right, let me just see if live weather's working. It'll probably work now. It's gonna work, isn't it? You're joking. Live weather's working! Why did I not turn this on prior to the approach? I can't even taxi now. I'm stuck. Live weather is back, everyone. That's what it was meant to be like. I'm gonna have to turn the gust lock off because I can't even move here. Oh, something's amiss here. Let me just click this out just to get the aircraft moving. Have I got the parking brake set? No, we're stuck. Start stream again. Return car, guys. I've got stuff to do, but we'll revisit this aircraft again. Live weather back on the FlyJSim network. Oh, are we in business? Something's holding it back. Maybe live weather isn't fixed from the sounds of it. Why am I stuck? Is it something that's failed? Oh, there we are. There, I just got in a bit of a rut. There we go. Understand, guys. We'll keep the rest realistic. Welcome to Guernsey. Oh. It keeps getting stuck. Have I got burst tyres or something, or damage? No, I've got full power flight rating. Parking brakes off. I'll have the brakes, maybe because the brakes are hot or something. Oh, there we go. Now I'm... zipping. Oh my goodness me, I'm zipping on very fast. There we are. Well, we need to get the wipers working as well. Brilliant. I think I missed a couple of things there. Firstly, I think I've got a few donations coming in there. John Padfield, 22 months as a member. Thank you very much. He said RIP. Michael Rudolph, who donated as well. I'll pick that up now.
50, 40, 30, 20.
Thank you very much.
10.
I could grab my life vest. Unbelievable.
I'll go and grab my life vest.
Unbelievable. Adon FlyJSim, thank you very much for the 11 months. Pretty sure that was a go-around, boss. Merry Christmas. Oh, yeah, that was 100% a go-around. And I always stress that when I stream, I'll do things as realistically as possible. But when we're on weather like that, it's impossible to have done anything. And I was just like, well, why not just land
50,
there? Philippe, thank
40,
you very much again for the
30,
donation. Very kind of you
20,
for the $5
10.
dollars there. Appreciate it. 49 knot wind ahead. Lovely.
As my flight instructor once said, a good landing is the one you leave the aircraft and won't need to visit a doctor after.
Hey, I think we might have some people that require to see a doctor after that landing. Unbelievable. Right, let's taxi forward to the main terminal. This is again just the default Guernsey airport with Ortho 4XP in the background there. Thank you very much, Will, for your 30 members as a member as well. He protects the attack, but on the occasion you broke my back. Unbelievable. Right. Thanks, Will, for your continued support. Welcome back as a member as well. Hope you're doing well. Fabid, same stream, thanks. Have a great Christmas, New Year. Stay safe. Oh, thank you very much for popping in and for your tips there, Jason. Appreciate it, buddy. Right. I'm going to put the flaps up. We're jumping back into this aircraft very soon, okay? Like Die Hard Vengeance will be back with live weather. Now this, why did they fix the server during the stream? Oh well. Hopefully, have they tweeted about that? Oh, we could have been on FlyJSim. We could have had you guys join. Never mind. Anyway, going up to stand. I miss, and another thing, because it was such a mess with that weather, I was fighting control. I forgot to do this. I forgot to turn on the auto feather, the fuel pumps. It was a bit of a mess, guys. It was a bit of a mess. Right, anyway, we'll turn off the lights facing forward. Put the lights here to red. We're on stand now, so we can move these to start feather. We'll leave them there for 30 seconds. I think I've moved. Yeah, I can do each one now. That's great. It's a bit fiddly, though. There we are. That's a sound familiar to anyone that's been on a Dash-8. They do that for 30 seconds before shutting the engine off. Don't turn on auto feather for landing. Sorry, Mo. Cheers, Liam. Listening in 55 out of 10 would put a smoking hole into Guernsey again. We've got to revisit this airport. I mean, I can't believe I arrived here for the first time ever on a live stream and I buried it. I think for the weather situation I was exposed to, the thing was, you know how I like to keep things as realistically as possible. Had that been live weather and the weather was like that, we would have had one approach. I would divert. But the thing was, the weather would have been exactly the same wherever we went because we didn't have live weather on. Right, let's shut the engines off. Fuel off, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Guernsey. I wonder what the maximum that this aircraft could take is. Probably not 1,000 feet per minute. We'll do the replay, see how it was. But consensus of X-Plane 12, I like the sim, and I've always loved X-Plane. You know, I've always had a love for X-Plane 11, and a love which is very much just put it this way: aircraft handle great in X-Plane. They just feel great. Minus the weather, it was very difficult. With the weather today, it was very difficult to hand fly the plane properly or doing a proper approach, and it was a mess. But that was because live weather's broken at the start there. But just looking at the graphics, and I know it's not as pretty in certain elements, but the default airports I really like. I like the weather we had today with regards to how the rainfall intensity increased through the cumulus clouds. So yeah, really enjoy the sim. It was just my fun, off-the-cuff stream of this one. It was a shame live weather was broken at the start, and we'll be back in this sim next stream as well. Well, member stream tomorrow I've got, and then hopefully next one in the Zebu mod or something as well. Right, so let's now cue the funky replay music. I hope that's not too loud. I think I deafened everyone last time I used that. Now, the replay in X-Plane 12 is a bit buggy at the moment. I think it might have crashed straight away. I don't want to press... Yeah, it's crashed. This has been happening. I think everyone's having issues. Right, X-Plane, I'm trying to help you here. Replay's now crashed the entire sim. Well, I'll end it there. Sorry about that. And it was a shame because it was a smash-down landing too. Oh dear, back to the drawing board. Guys, thank you very much indeed for popping in, enjoying this. Well, it went all to the pandemonium, but it was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it from an entertainment perspective. Do like X-Plane. I love the FlyJSim Dash-8. I'd recommend getting that for X-Plane 12 when you get a chance as well. Yeah, replay's been very buggy. It's been buggy for me. It worked quite well for a while, and now since release it's been crashing every time I activate it. Don't use the slider. Okay, I'll have to try and remember to do that next time, but thank you very much. It always worked for me in the past there. Jorge, Alex, thank you very much for tuning in, and Steve M, all the last people I can see there in chat as well. To everyone that donated, thank you very much for your donations, very generous. For all the members, don't forget the members only group flight tomorrow at 5 o'clock, and don't forget there's 4 giveaways. This one I'll be doing the members merch giveaway on that stream too. All the information's in Discord. Thank you for all the regular viewers and subscribers for tuning in as well. I hope you found this enjoyable. If I don't see you before Christmas, I hope, fingers crossed, the stream on the 23rd. I might be able to. If not, if I don't see any of you before then, have a great Christmas. Much love to your friends and family and yourselves. Thank you for your continued support. I'll see you all on a FlyJSim live stream very soon. Good night from me.